Have you ever had a job where you felt your work was underappreciated? Have you ever been in a relationship in which you were mistreated and disrespected? These are just two examples of the many types of situations where self worth can be an important personality trait to have in order to obtain true happiness. I chose this topic for many reasons. I've been in personal relationships where I let people walk all over me, and I pretty much thought that I needed these people in my life. The main reason, however, that I chose this is because I worked somewhere a while ago where I was constantly expected to perform duties outside of my job description, and I was never compensated for it, yet alone acknowledged for it. And these were duties expected to be performed by upper management. So eventually I had enough, and I had to have a conversation with myself and tell myself why I matter and basically tell myself why this wasn't okay. I eventually mustered enough courage to speak to my boss's boss, and we had a conversation, my boss, and myself, which resulted in me getting a bonus for all of my extra efforts. And eventually, down the line, my boss's boss promoted me. So if I hadn't had to find within myself why I matter, and if I didn't look, search for my self value, I probably would have never achieved either of those. And I've realized that that's why knowing your self worth is important to have, because if you don't know your self worth, then no one else will know it either. We will be exploring how self worth can be can be effective to your mental health, how it can challenge us to better ourselves, and how it can create new opportunities for us. So, to start off, self worth is the foundation of being mentally happy. When we have a strong sense of self worth, our mental health is increased. Not having self worth can cause depression. It can also lead to substance abuse and suicide, or a combination of of two or more of these. According to a study done by the University of Michigan, people who base their self worth on outside factors are more stressed and have conflicts within their personal relationships and use drugs and alcohol more frequently. As long as we love ourselves, we wouldn't look to fill those voids with any self harming activities or substances. Being mentally healthy is essential to our physiological health as well. However, it also affects our social health and the way that we interact with others. It is easy to compare ourselves to other people, but having a strong sense of self worth can encourage us to challenge ourselves to be better. As long as we have our own sense of self value, we won't look at competition as a burden, but instead we would look at it as a challenge. According to a doctor, Dr. Kristen Neff, who is an expert on self compassion, society has a high focus on high self esteem. Knowing what we have to offer and what we can do well can promote confidence, and it can help us perform better in different aspects of our life. There are always going to be someone who's more attractive attractive than us. There's always going to be someone smarter, someone richer, but as long as we know what we have within ourselves, and as long as we can learn to love that person within, we can look at these types of situations as challenges rather than intimidations. Challenges can seem like such a negative thing, but challenges actually build character and self esteem, which can lead to self confidence. Um, Also, having self worth can open doors and create many opportunities for you. Having the confidence to go and apply for a new job or to ask that person out or to perform on stage or do something that you love in front of many people, that's all achievable as long as we have our confidence, which stems from having self-worth. It is also important to have self-worth so you can be a team player and contribute more effectively to a team. According to an article from ForbesMagazine.com titled The 10 Skills That Employees Want in 20 something year olds employees, the number one item is the ability to work with a team. So imagine having a coworker who didn't think that they had to offer, who didn't think that what they had to offer could be useful in the team's goal. And imagine if that person didn't even try because they didn't think that their ideas would be beneficial. That person could be seen as lazy if they didn't believe in themselves even enough to try to contribute. So, to conclude, self worth can promote happiness and encourage us to better ourselves. It increases our mental health, it can encourage us to challenge ourselves and create new opportunities for us. If I didn't value myself and my work ethic enough to bring up my frustrations with my boss, I would probably still be under her command and I wouldn't have been granted that bonus or promotion that I was given. I would probably still be miserable if I didn't speak up. So I challenge each and every one of you to reflect about what makes you important to yourselves. Forget about everyone else for a second and just think about what's important to yourself. And think about all the times that you felt belittled or you felt that you weren't worth anything and why those feelings are invalid. With self worth, you can have the power to do anything. Thank you so much.